A dangerous virus is spreading rapidly across America. Cases have been reported in major states like California, Texas, and Mississippi. Health officials are warning that if the virus isn't controlled soon, it could become a major pandemic. The situation is worsened by a bad mosquito season that's already affected many people and led to park closures in Massachusetts. About 80% of people who get the virus won't have any symptoms, but around 1 in 150 will get very sick. For those at high risk, like the elderly or people with health issues, about 1 in 50 will become seriously ill. Because of the high risk, officials are advising people to avoid outdoor activities in the evenings and early mornings. Soon, parks and fields will be closed from dusk until dawn. So far this year, there have been 216 cases of this virus reported, with Texas having the most cases. In Seville, residents have staged a protest calling for urgent action against this deadly virus, which has caused 5 deaths in the southern Spanish province this summer. In Missouri, a teenager has been left paralyzed and is now on a ventilator due to complications from this deadly virus. In October 1999, the CDC reported a serious outbreak of a brain infection in New York City. Initially, it was thought to be caused by the St. Louis encephalitis, based on tests from patients' cerebrospinal fluid and blood. At the same time, there was an unusual increase in bird deaths, including wild crows and exotic birds at the Bronx Zoo. Since bird deaths are not typical with SLE, scientists began investigating other possible viruses. Further testing revealed that the virus affecting both humans and birds was closely related to the West Nile virus, which had never been seen before in the Western Hemisphere. This discovery marked the emergence of a new infectious disease in the Americas. The West Nile virus was first discovered in Uganda in 1937. The first big outbreaks occurred in Israel in the 1950s and in Europe in 1962. There have been reports of deaths from the virus in outbreaks in Romania, Algeria, New York City, and even in 3 children in India back in 1984. West Nile virus has different subtypes, which are identified by variations in a specific protein. There are 2 main lineages. Lineage 1 include viruses from Europe, the Middle East, and parts of Africa, while Lineage 2 is found in other parts of Africa and Madagascar. If you're finding this information valuable so far, subscribe to keep up with important updates on our channel. The complete genetic sequence of the West Nile virus from a dead flamingo at the Bronx Zoo revealed that it was a Lineage 1 virus, closely related to strains from North Africa, Romania, Kenya, Italy, and the Middle East. Research showed a high similarity among the virus strains circulating in New York City and nearby areas. The West Nile virus is spread mainly by mosquitoes, especially those that feed on birds. It has been found in 43 different mosquito species, with Culex mosquitoes being the most common carriers, though Aedes and Anopheles mosquitoes can also spread the virus. One interesting aspect of the virus is its ability to be passed from parent mosquitoes to their offspring, a process known as vertical transmission. While researchers don't fully understand its role, this method could help the virus survive in mosquitoes even when conditions aren't ideal, and it might lead to human infections even if the usual mosquito-to-bird cycle isn't active. Wild birds are the main hosts of the virus and can carry it for long periods, with the virus staying in their organs for up to 100 days. Most birds don't show symptoms, but some can develop inflammation of the brain and die if they are infected. So guys, if you have any question in mind up to this point, do ask in the comment section below. Coming back to the video, the virus strain found in Israel in 1998, which is closely related to the one in New York City, was noted for being more dangerous to birds. While mammals like horses can get infected, they don't play a big role in spreading the virus. Horses can develop fever and brain inflammation, and the infection can be quite severe, sometimes even fatal. In areas where the West Nile virus is common, many infections don't show obvious symptoms or cause only mild illness. Most people have some level of immunity, which helps prevent large outbreaks. However, when the virus is introduced to new areas or populations with little background immunity, it can lead to outbreaks, sometimes with severe cases. Typically, the illness caused by the West Nile virus starts like a bad flu or dengue fever, lasting from 3 to 6 days. Common symptoms include high fever, headache, backache, muscle pain, and joint pain. The illness usually has an incubation period of 5 to 15 days. Some people may develop a rash and swollen lymph nodes. In less than 15% of cases, the virus can lead to serious complications like inflammation of the brain or spinal cord, liver inflammation, pancreatitis, or heart inflammation. Dr. Anthony Fauci, who served as the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and became well known as a top expert during the COVID-19 pandemic, has been in the news recently. Reports say he was bitten by a mosquito carrying the West Nile virus in his own backyard. He experienced fever, chills, and severe fatigue, which led to a short hospital stay. Fortunately, he's now recovering at home. John Proctor V shared that his son, John Proctor VI, known as BB, started experiencing symptoms around August 8, 2024, including headaches and dizziness. Initial visits to the doctor led to diagnoses of a tension headache and dehydration, but his condition worsened. He began vomiting violently and developed high fevers, but was initially told he had a stomach bug. As his symptoms continued to worsen, including lethargy and trouble moving, the family took him to a different emergency room. Doctors suspected meningitis, but tests were clear, and he was sent home with more over-the-counter medicine. Realizing his son was in serious distress, Proctor rushed him to the hospital, where he was finally diagnosed with West Nile virus. BB is now paralyzed from the neck down and relies on a ventilator to breathe. Severe complications from West Nile are rare, affecting about 1 in 150 people and causing serious central nervous system issues. The CDC reports that at least 18 people in the United States have died from the virus this year, compared to 182 deaths last year. To protect yourself from the West Nile virus and reduce the risk of infection, experts suggest several key measures. Start by eliminating standing water around your home, as this is where mosquitoes breed. Using eco-friendly larvicides can also help control mosquito populations. Additionally, consider using insecticide-treated bed nets and sleeping in air-conditioned rooms to keep mosquitoes at bay while you rest. Installing window screens can prevent mosquitoes from entering your home, and wearing long-sleeved clothing can provide an extra layer of protection when you're outside. Lastly, applying mosquito repellent is a crucial step in safeguarding yourself against mosquito bites. By taking these precautions, you can effectively reduce the risk of West Nile virus and protect your health. It's crucial for us to understand the symptoms so we can protect ourselves and each other. Raising awareness is key, and that's where you come in. If you've made it this far in the video, please share it with your friends and family to spread the word. And if you think we've missed anything important, drop a comment below. We'd love to include your insights in our next video. As always, stay safe and take care.